I'm sure you've heard the news. Benedictus versus Astaroth. It's the showdown of the century. In one corner, we have Benedictus, the tactical genius with a mind sharper than a dragon's fang. His spells, legendary, and in the other corner, Astaroth, the brute force with an unpredictable edge. His power? Unmatched. The tension is palpable. And the stakes? Sky high. Who will outsmart, outfight, and outlast? Will it be Benedictus with his cunning strategies and mystical prowess, or Astaroth with his raw strength and ferocious tenacity? One thing's for sure, this battle will be epic. So, gear up, grab your snack, and stay tuned, because the answer may just shock you. The anticipation is building, the excitement is through the roof. Every moment, every move, and every spell cast, every strike delivered will be crucial. The battlefield is set, the warriors are ready, and the world is watching. Who will emerge victorious? Who will claim the ultimate glory? The answer lies in the heart of the battle. So stay tuned, because this is a showdown you won't want to miss. Benedictus versus Astaroth, the ultimate showdown. The battle of legends begins now. As the battle rages on, Benedictus calls upon the powers of holy light, illuminating the battlefield. Astaroth counters with his villainous darkness. The two forces colliding in a spectacular display of power. The light pierces through the darkness as Benedictus's resolve strengthens with a final blinding burst of holy light. Benedictus overwhelms Astaroth, bringing the battle to a climactic end. The ultimate showdown concludes, with Benedictus emerging victorious. The legend of Benedictus grows as the world witnesses the triumph of light over darkness. Stay tuned for more epic battles and legendary tales. Benedictus versus Astaroth, the ultimate showdown. The battle of legends has been won, so our scene transitions from the mystical battleground to a modern basketball court. The tension remains high as the camera zooms in on Benedictus and Astaroth, now in athletic gear. The battle intensifies on the basketball court. Benedictus and Astaroth are neck and neck, each showcasing their incredible skills. Benedictus, with his keen eye and precise movements, dribbles past Astaroth, who counters with sheer speed and power. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, eyes glued to the fierce competition. With each passing second, the stakes grow higher. The scoreboard reflects the intensity of the match, both competitors giving it their all. Astaroth slams a powerful dunk, but Benedictus quickly retaliates with a swift layup. The clock ticks down, and the arena is filled with the roars of the crowd. Finally, with only seconds remaining, Benedictus lines up for a stunning three-pointer. The ball soars through the air. Time seems to stand still. Swish! The ball sinks perfectly into the hoop. The crowd erupts in cheers as the announcer declares, "Benedictus wins the ultimate showdown." The camera captures the triumphant expression on Benedictus's face, a mixture of relief and exhilaration. Astaroth, though defeated, nods in respect, and so the showdown of the century concludes. But remember, every end is just a new beginning. What epic battles await next? Stay tuned. A scene transitions from the cheering basketball court to a dark, foreboding landscape. The camera pans out to reveal Astaroth, his eyes burning with rage, casting a shadow over the world. The once vibrant arena is now shrouded in darkness. Narrator: but the victory on the basketball court was only the beginning. Astaroth, engulfed in rage, casts a shadow over the world, plunging it into darkness. His defeat fuels an unquenchable fury, transforming the showdown into a full-scale war. The scene shifts to a battlefield where armies of mythical creatures and warriors clash. Benedictus, now donned in battle armor, leads his forces against Astaroth's dark legions. Narrator: the stakes are no longer just pride or glory. With every clash of swords and roar of battle, the fate of the world hangs in the balance. Benedictus, the hero of the court, must now become the savior of the world. Close-up shots of intense battles with Benedictus and Astaroth facing off amidst the chaos. Fire rains from the sky, and the ground trembles with the power of their struggle. Narrator: as the war rages on, alliances are forged, sacrifices are made, and the true power of light and darkness is revealed. Benedictus must summon all his strength, wisdom, and courage to stand against the tide of darkness. The camera focuses on Benedictus, his face a picture of determination and resolve. He raises his sword, leading his troops into a fierce charge against Astaroth's forces. Narrator: in the heart of darkness, a beacon of hope shines. The ultimate showdown was just the beginning. Now, The fate of the world rests in the hands of a hero. Will Benedictus prevail, or will Astaroth's shadow consume all? As the screen fades to black, the words "to be continued" appear, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Narrator, stay tuned for the next chapter in the epic saga of Benedictus versus Astaroth. The war has just begun. Music swells dramatically, building anticipation for the next installment. Scene transitions from the chaotic battlefield to a towering ancient fortress. The camera pans up to reveal Benedictus and Astaroth standing atop a crumbling stone bridge, their eyes locked in a fierce stare. The air crackles with tension and the sky roars with thunder. Narrator, the goon battle of a lifetime begins with an intense face-off. Holy shit, the tension is palpable. The camera cuts to close-up shots of both warriors, their faces etched with determination and fury. The ground beneath them shakes as they prepare for the ultimate showdown. Narrator, what the fuck? The action is relentless. Benedictus and Astaroth charge at each other, their weapons clashing with a deafening roar. Sparks fly, and the bridge begins to crumble under the weight of their power. The camera captures the intensity of their blows, each one more powerful than the last. Narrator, motherfucker, this is the ultimate showdown! The battle rages on, with both warriors using every ounce of their strength and skill. The camera shifts to show the surrounding armies, frozen in awe as they witness the titanic struggle. In the background, the fortress begins to collapse, adding to the sense of impending doom. Narrator, in the end, only one can be crowned the champion of the war and the grueling war. As the fortress crumbles around them, Benedictus and Astaroth deliver their final devastating blows. The screen shakes with the impact, and the camera captures the moment in slow motion. The scene fades to black, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Narrator, stay tuned for the next chapter in the epic saga of Benedictus versus Astaroth. The final confrontation has begun, and the fate of the world rests on the outcome. Music swells dramatically, building anticipation for the next installment. Scene opens with the crumbling fortress in ruins, smoke rising from the battlefield. The camera slowly zooms out to reveal the aftermath of the epic confrontation between Benedictus and Astaroth. Narrator, so, the winner, you see, it's like, well, Benedictus, or maybe Astaroth, they, fought, and then, there was this moment, and, it was like, wow, and then, someone won, but, it's complicated, and, so the end. The camera cuts to a wide shot of the battlefield, now eerily silent. The armies have dispersed, and the once mighty fortress is reduced to rubble. The sky, once stormy, begins to clear, revealing the first rays of sunlight breaking through the clouds. Narrator, but in the wake of such a devastating battle, a new dawn rises. The camera focuses on Benedictus, battered and bruised, standing amidst the ruins. His eyes reflect a mixture of sorrow and determination. The scene then shifts to Astaroth, equally worn, but with a glimmer of respect in his gaze. Narrator, Benedictus and Astaroth, though fierce adversaries, now stand as symbols of resilience and strength. The camera captures a moment of mutual acknowledgement between the two warriors. Slowly, they lower their weapons and nod to each other, a silent agreement forged in the fires of their epic battle. Narrator, in the end, the true victory lies not in the defeat of an enemy, but in the courage to face the unknown and the strength to rebuild. The camera pans out to show the warriors walking away from the battlefield, each heading in opposite directions, yet forever changed by their encounter. Narrator, as the dust settles and the world begins to heal, a new chapter unfolds, one of hope, renewal, and the promise of a brighter future. The scene fades to a serene landscape, the sun rising over the horizon, symbolizing the beginning of a new era. Narrate, stay tuned as the saga continues and discover what lies ahead for Benedictus and Astaroth in their journey beyond the battlefield. Music swells with a sense of hope and renewal, leaving viewers with a feeling of anticipation and reflection. Scene opens with Benedictus and Astaroth walking back toward the basketball court, their armies in tow. The setting is eerily quiet at first, but tension hangs in the air. Narrator, just when the dust seemed to settle, the battleground shifts once more, this time to an unexpected arena, the basketball court. The camera cuts to the court, now a chaotic war zone. Soldiers from both armies are scattered around, some attempting to play basketball, others engaged in skirmishes. The scene is chaotic and incomprehensible, with random shouts of "fuck, shit, damn" echoing through the air. Narrator, in a twist of fate, the court becomes a new stage for battle. Chaos reigns supreme, and the air is thick with confusion and mayhem. Suddenly the ground trembles and the sky darkens. The camera pans up to reveal Gilgamesh, the consumer of reality, descending onto the court. His presence adds to the already overwhelming confusion. Narrator, Amidst the pandemonium, a new player enters the fray. Gilgamesh, the consumer of reality, emerges from the shadows, bringing with him an aura of dread and uncertainty. The camera zooms in on Gilgamesh's menacing figure as he surveys the chaos below. His eyes glow with an otherworldly light, and his voice reverberates through the battlefield. Gilgamesh, this world is but a playground for my amusement. Prepare yourselves for a new level of chaos. The camera cuts to Benedictus and Astaroth, who exchange a look of determination. Despite their weariness, they ready themselves for another confrontation, this time against a far greater threat. Narrator. Once enemies, now reluctant allies, Benedictus and Astaroth must join forces to face a new and formidable foe. The battle for survival continues, and the stakes have never been higher. The scene becomes even more chaotic, with soldiers clashing, basketballs flying, and Gilgamesh wreaking havoc. Amidst the turmoil, Benedictus and Astaroth fight side by side, their combined strength a beacon of hope in the madness. Narrator. In the heart of chaos, true strength is revealed. Will Benedictus and Astaroth overcome this new adversary, or will the world be consumed by Gilgamesh's insatiable hunger? The camera pans out to show the entire chaotic scene, a whirlwind of battle and confusion. The music swells with intensity, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Narrator, stay tuned for the next chapter in this epic saga as the battle for reality itself unfolds. Music reaches a dramatic crescendo, then fades to black, leaving viewers in suspense and anticipation. Narrator. Gilgamesh, the ancient king of Uruk, possesses a power that transcends time and space. Scene opens with an ethereal depiction of ancient Uruk, with Gilgamesh standing atop a grand ziggurat. The camera slowly zooms in on him, highlighting his imposing figure. Narrator. His abilities are vast and varied, ranging from superhuman strength to unparalleled wisdom. He wields the legendary weapon Ea, which can cleave the very fabric of reality. The camera cuts to a close-up of Ea, a weapon glowing with an otherworldly energy. Gilgamesh swings it and the screen splits, as if reality itself is being torn apart. A narrator. Gilgamesh's power is not just physical, but also intellectual, as he has accumulated knowledge from countless civilizations over millennia. Scene shifts to a library filled with ancient scrolls and artifacts. Gilgamesh is seen reading and absorbing the knowledge. Narrator. His presence on the battlefield is both awe-inspiring and terrifying, as he can summon the spirits of ancient heroes to fight by his side. A montage of spectral warriors appearing around Gilgamesh, ready for battle, their forms flickering with ghostly light. Narrator. The sheer magnitude of his power is such that it often leaves his enemies in a state of utter despair. Scene shifts to a battlefield where enemies tremble and falter at the sight of Gilgamesh and his summoned warriors. Narrator. His immortality granted by the gods ensures that he remains a constant force throughout history. The camera pans across various historical settings, showing Gilgamesh's unchanging presence through the ages. Narrator. Gilgamesh's power is a testament to his enduring legacy and the divine favor he has received. Scene shifts back to the present battlefield on the basketball court, where Gilgamesh's presence has turned the tide of chaos. Narrator. His story is one of triumph, tragedy, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. As the king of heroes, Gilgamesh's power is unmatched, and his legend continues to inspire and captivate those who hear it. The camera focuses on Gilgamesh, his eyes glowing with determination as he surveys the battlefield. Narrator. His influence extends beyond the physical realm, as he can manipulate the very essence of existence. Scene shows Gilgamesh using his powers to alter the battlefield, creating barriers and summoning forces. Narrator. The depth and complexity of his power are such that it defies comprehension, making him one of the most formidable beings in existence. The camera shows a close-up of Gilgamesh's face, a mix of wisdom and power. Narrator. Gilgamesh's power is a reflection of his indomitable spirit and his unyielding will to conquer all challenges that come his way. Scene cuts to Benedictus and Astaroth, who look towards Gilgamesh with a mixture of awe and determination. Narrator. His legacy is one of greatness, and his power is a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. The camera pulls back to show the entire battlefield, now a mix of chaos and order, with Gilgamesh at the center. Narrator. The legend of Gilgamesh continues to unfold as the battle for reality reaches its zenith. Music swells to a dramatic crescendo, with the scene fading to black, leaving viewers in awe of Gilgamesh's power and the epic saga unfolding before them. Narrator. The two adversaries, Astaroth and Benedictus, face off against the legendary Gilgamesh. The battle is fierce, with each warrior unleashing their full power. Scene opens with a wide shot of the battlefield, showing Astaroth, Benedictus, and Gilgamesh in a tense standoff. The air crackles with energy as the three prepare to clash. Narrator: Astaroth's dark magic clashes with Benedictus's holy light, while Gilgamesh's ancient strength shakes the very ground. Cut to Astaroth, his eyes glowing with malevolent energy as he raises his hands, summoning dark tendrils of magic. Benedictus counters with a radiant shield of light, and Gilgamesh swings ear, causing the ground to quake and split. Narrator: the air is filled with the sounds of clashing weapons and roaring spells. A rapid montage of the battle, Astaroth's dark tendrils striking against Benedictus's shield, Gilgamesh's weapon cleaving through the air, and the three warriors exchanging powerful blows. Sparks fly, and the battlefield is a chaotic blur of light and darkness. Narrator: in the end, only one can emerge victorious. The camera slows, focusing on each warrior in turn. Benedictus falls to his knees, exhausted and wounded. Gilgamesh, despite his incredible power, is overwhelmed by the combined might of his adversaries. Finally, the camera zooms in on Astaroth, who stands tall and unyielding. Narrator: and the winner is Astaroth. Astaroth raises his arms in triumph, his dark magic swirling around him. The skies turn black, and the earth trembles as his power engulfs the world in darkness. Narrator: all hope fades away as the world is shrouded in a tragic eternal night. The camera pulls back to show the defeated forms of Benedictus and Gilgamesh lying on the ground. Astaroth stands alone, victorious and unstoppable. Narrator: Astaroth stands triumphant, his victory cry echoing through the battlefield. The ultimate showdown has reached its climax, and the forces of darkness have prevailed. The scene fades to black, leaving viewers in awe of Astaroth's power and the epic battle that has just unfolded. Narrator: the world ends in a tragic, eternal night. Narrator: in the aftermath of Astaroth's triumph, the world remains cloaked in an eternal night, a somber reminder of the epic battle. But within the heart of this darkness, echoes of hope begin to stir. Scene opens with a wide shot of the desolate landscape shrouded in darkness. The camera slowly pans over the battlefield, focusing on the fallen forms of Benedictus and Gilgamesh. Narrator: even in the face of overwhelming despair, the spirit of resistance refuses to die. The echoes of past heroes resonate through the void, whispering of a time when light might once again pierce the darkness. Cut to a close-up of Benedictus, his eyes flickering open. Despite his injuries, a faint glow of holy light begins to emanate from him. The camera then shifts to Gilgamesh, whose fingers twitch as he grasps his legendary weapon ear. Narrator: Benedictus and Gilgamesh, though defeated, are not yet broken. Their resolve, their courage and their hope burn brighter than ever, even in the blackest of nights. A montage of scenes shows Benedictus and Gilgamesh slowly rising, their movements fueled by sheer willpower. The light from Benedictus grows stronger, and Gilgamesh's strength returns as he grips his weapon firmly. Narrator: in the face of Astaroth's overwhelming power, they find strength in their unity. Together they vow to reclaim the world from the clutches of darkness. Cut to a distant view of Astaroth, standing atop a darkened hill, his eyes surveying the world he has conquered. Suddenly he senses a shift in the air and his gaze narrows. Narrator: Astaroth's reign is not unchallenged. The echoes of eternity reverberate through the darkness, heralding the dawn of a new struggle. The camera zooms in on Benedictus and Gilgamesh, standing side by side, their eyes filled with determination. The glow of their combined power begins to illuminate the surrounding darkness. Narrator: the ultimate showdown may have ended, but the battle for the world's soul has only just begun. In the echoes of eternity, the fight for light and hope continues. The scene fades to black, leaving viewers with a sense of anticipation and renewed hope. Narrator: as long as there are those who refuse to give in, the world will never truly succumb to darkness. The echoes of eternity remind us that hope, though fragile, can never be extinguished. The music swells, and the screen fades to the series logo, leaving viewers eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this epic saga. Narrator: in the heart of the eternal night, as Benedictus and Gilgamesh rise from the ashes of their defeat, a new hope begins to form. Their determination to vanquish Astaroth leads them to seek a power beyond their own. Scene opens with Benedictus and Gilgamesh standing together, their combined light piercing through the darkness. The camera pans out to reveal a hidden temple, ancient and overgrown, yet radiating an aura of immense power. Narrator: guided by the whispers of ancient heroes, they embark on a perilous journey to awaken the Ouroboros, a legendary being of immense strength and wisdom. Cut to Benedictus and Gilgamesh entering the temple, their footsteps echoing through the vast, silent halls. They approach a grand chamber where a colossal serpent, the Ouroboros, lies dormant, coiled around itself. Narrator: the Ouroboros, symbol of infinity and eternal cyclical renewal, holds the key to their victory. But awakening such power comes with its own trials. A montage of scenes shows Benedictus and Gilgamesh performing ancient rituals, their combined light growing stronger as they chant incantations. The Ouroboros slowly begins to stir, its eyes glowing with ancient wisdom. Narrator: with the awakening of the Ouroboros, Benedictus and Gilgamesh must prove their worth. They must undergo rigorous training, pushing their limits to harness the power needed to challenge Astaroth. Cut to intense training sequences. Benedictus mastering new spells of holy light, Gilgamesh honing his combat skills with Ea, guided by the Ouroboros teachings. The serpent's presence amplifies their abilities, forging them into formidable warriors. Narrator: under the guidance of the Ouroboros, they grow stronger, their bond deepening as they prepare for the ultimate battle. They learn that true power lies not just in strength, but in unity and resilience. The camera shifts to Astaroth, sensing the growing power of his adversaries. His eyes narrow with a mixture of anger and unease. Narrator: Astaroth's dominion over the world is threatened. The rise of Benedictus and Gilgamesh, empowered by the Ouroboros, heralds a new dawn of resistance. Cut back to Benedictus and Gilgamesh, their training complete, standing resolute at the temple's entrance. The Ouroboros coils around them protectively, its eyes gleaming with approval. Narrator: with the Ouroboros by their side, they are ready to face the darkness once more. The battle for the world's soul is far from over, and the echoes of eternity continue to reverberate, fueling their fight for light and hope. The scene fades to black, the music swelling to a triumphant crescendo. The series logo appears, leaving viewers with a sense of anticipation and excitement for the next chapter. Narrator: in the face of overwhelming darkness, the light of hope shines ever brighter. The journey of Benedictus and Gilgamesh alongside the Ouroboros is just beginning. The echoes of eternity remind us that the battle for the world's soul is never truly over. To Narrator: as Benedictus and Gilgamesh prepare for their final stand deep within the shadows, Astaroth summons an ancient ally to his side. Scene opens with Astaroth standing in a dark, foreboding cavern. The air is thick with malevolent energy. He raises his arms, chanting in an ancient tongue. The ground trembles as a rift opens and a towering figure emerges. Astaroth: Rasid, my old friend, the time has come for us to reclaim what is rightfully ours. The underworld shall rise again. Rasid, a fearsome demon with an aura of dark power, steps forward, his eyes glowing with a sinister light. He nods in agreement, his voice echoing with ancient authority. Rasid: indeed, Astaroth, our forces are ready and the world above will tremble at our might. Cut to a montage of demonic forces gathering, their numbers swelling as they prepare for the impending battle. The scene transitions to Astaroth and Rasid overlooking their army, a sea of darkness stretching out before them. Narrator: with the alliance of Astaroth and Rasid, the forces of darkness gain new strength. The underworld's resurgence threatens to engulf the world in eternal night. Cut back to Benedictus and Gilgamesh, now fully trained and standing at the temple's entrance, the Ouroboros coiled protectively around them. Their faces are set with determination. Narrator: the stage is set for the ultimate confrontation. As the storm gathers, the fate of the world hangs in the balance. The final battle between light and darkness is about to begin. The scene fades to black, the music building to a dramatic climax. The series logo appears, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the next chapter. Narrator: in the heart of chaos, heroes will rise. The echoes of eternity call out, and the battle for the world's soul reaches its zenith. Narrator: the final battle begins. The fate of the world, the universe, and everything hangs in the balance. The air is thick with tension as Benedictus and Astaroth face off one last time. The ground trembles beneath their feet, and the sky darkens with the weight of their power. Cut to a wide shot of Benedictus and Astaroth standing opposite each other in a desolate, otherworldly landscape. Lightning crackles in the sky and the ground is scorched and broken. Benedictus: ah! His voice echoes through the void, filled with pain and determination. This is the end, Astaroth! Close-up of Astaroth, his eyes glowing with malevolent energy. He throws his head back and laughs maniacally. Astaroth: you cannot stop me, Benedictus! I am eternal! The camera zooms out to show both figures charging at each other, their powers colliding in a blinding flash of light. Shockwaves ripple through the landscape, and the very fabric of reality begins to tear. Narrator: the clash of their powers sends shockwaves through the cosmos, and the very fabric of reality begins to tear. Cut to a close-up of Benedictus, his face contorted with effort. He raises his sword, glowing with divine energy, and lets out a primal scream. Benedictus, ah! Pouring every ounce of his strength into the final blow. The screen shakes violently as the two forces collide, creating a massive explosion of light and energy. The camera pulls back to show the universe itself holding its breath, waiting to see who will emerge victorious. Narrator, the universe holds its breath, waiting to see who will emerge victorious in this ultimate showdown. The scene fades to black, the music reaching a dramatic climax. The series logo appears, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the final outcome. Narrator, in the heart of chaos, heroes will rise. The echoes of eternity call out, and the battle for the world's soul reaches its zenith. Narrator, Benedictus is on the verge of defeat, struggling against the overwhelming power of Astaroth. Every ounce of his strength is waning, and the crushing weight of his enemy's might seems insurmountable. Cut to Benedictus, kneeling on the ground, his sword barely held aloft. Astaroth looms over him, a dark smirk playing on his lips. Astaroth, your resistance is futile, Benedictus. This universe will be mine. Narrator, just as all hope seems lost, a blinding light pierces the darkness. From the heavens descend Ouroboros and Gilgamesh, their forms glowing with an otherworldly brilliance. Cut to a wide shot of Ouroboros and Gilgamesh landing beside Benedictus, their presence reinvigorating him. Ouroboros, we stand with you, Benedictus. Together, we are unstoppable. Gilgamesh, let's end this tyranny once and for all. Narrator, united by a common purpose, the trinity of heroes channels their combined strength. Energy crackles around them, a testament to their newfound unity. Cut to the three heroes, side by side, their auras merging into a single radiant force. They charge towards Astaroth, their powers converging into a final devastating attack. Benedictus, for the universe. Ouroboros, for the future. Gilgamesh, for the light. The three heroes unleash their combined power in a brilliant explosion of energy, engulfing Astaroth. The screen shakes violently, the music reaching a crescendo. Narrator, as Astaroth falls, his scream echoes through the void. A final, desperate cry of defiance. Astaroth, I am the strongest in the universe! The camera zooms out to show the aftermath of the battle. The landscape is scorched, but the darkness is lifted. The three heroes stand victorious, their silhouettes framed by the rising sun. Narrator, in this moment of triumph, the universe breathes a sigh of relief. The ultimate evil has been vanquished, and a new era of peace begins. The scene fades to black, the music softening to a hopeful melody. The series logo appears, leaving viewers with a sense of closure and anticipation for what comes next. Narrator, the echoes of eternity will remember this day. The heroes have risen and the light has prevailed.